So on the channel, I've had the chance to review over 40 bikes and all sorts of different bike accessories. So after all that experience, what are the things that I think are the most important upgrades? That's what we're gonna talk about in this video. Welcome back, Pathless Peddlers, and if you're new to the channel, if you're into the non-competitive side of cycling, the supple life, you have found your people, hit that subscribe button. And if you like this content, consider supporting the channel on Patreon, where you get discounts up to 20-25% on some amazing brands, as well as exclusive access to the various live streams that we do. So I think realistically right now, a brand new bike might be off the table for a lot of people. So let's say you want to upgrade a pre-existing bike and want to make it the best bike it can possibly be. Where should you start in terms of upgrades? So the first thing I would suggest, and I know it's not very exciting, it's not very sexy as an electronic shifting group set, but the first thing you should upgrade is your bike fit. If you've never done a bike fit before, it's well worth the investment, because once you have your fit numbers, you can apply it to future bikes that you will buy. If you're curious as to what a bike fit is like, you should check out our video that we did with our friend Annalisa while we were in Los Angeles. A bike fit is a super important upgrade because if you are uncomfortable on your bike, chances are you're probably gonna not love riding it. So making sure that you're not reached too far, your saddle's too high or too low, especially when you think about it, once you have your fit numbers, you can apply that to future bikes down the road. And I'm going to include within this big kind of category of bike fit, a saddle that works for you and handlebars, all the touch points. And that's definitely something a really good bike fitter can help you source out. All right, let's say that your bike is fit to you, it's completely dialed, you're super comfortable on it. What is the next upgrade you should do? I think a big one, which we have been doing a lot of nerding out on the channel, is tires. If you think about it, the tires are the only thing, the absolute only thing on the bike that actually touched the ground. I think most riders, either new or experienced, kind of take tires for granted and assume, as long as it's not flat, it's pretty good. But nothing could be further from the truth. You want an upgrade that would potentially have the most profound changes in how your bike handles, it's going to be the tires. If you have a big hulking mass of a puncture-proof tire on your bike currently, swapping out to something a little bit more supple might open your eyes to how your bike can feel. Likewise, if you ride with narrower tires, let's say 30 millimeter and less, and generally pump up to higher pressures, I think trying out a tire in the 45 to 50 millimeter range will also open your eyes to just a brand new world of suppleness. Like we learned from previous videos, having nice supple tires that are dialed into your weight and riding style can offer way more performance benefits than running ceramic bearings on everything. Tires will make a bigger difference and make you more comfortable. All right, number 3, your bike fits. You've got awesome tires. What should you upgrade next? I would have to say wheels. So last year I got a chance to try some really lightweight carbon wheels, and man, they were an eye-opener. Beyond the tires, no other bike accessory or component really transformed the bike like a nice light wheel set. I put the Chris King wheel set and the Irwin cycling wheel set on a variety of bikes, and in every instance where I swapped out the heavy stock wheel set, the bikes were absolutely transformed. They just climb better, were more responsive, actually brake quicker because there was less rolling mass. And I know wheels are expensive, and sometimes it seems absurd to spend on a component that costs twice or 3 times more than the frame itself. But trust me, wheels are worth the investment. If you think about it, they're kind of like lenses within the camera system. The body will change just as bicycle frames, but if you have a good lens, you can move it from camera to camera, just as if you invest in a good wheel set, you can move it from bike to bike. And the thing is, I don't think you necessarily have to go super spendy carbon. I would actually try to shoot for an alloy wheel set, but try to find something that is 1,500 grams or less. In my experience, 1,500 grams is at that threshold of being considered a light wheel set. So if you can get a wheel set that weighs about that much, it will definitely be lighter than the OEM wheel set on, let's say, your Surly or even your Salsa bike. In terms of specific recommendations, I've been doing some research, and it's kind of actually pretty tricky to find an alloy wheel set that isn't super expensive, that weighs 1,500 grams or less. Although, and this is not sponsored, Boyd Cycling, Boyd Wheel Sets, I believe, came out with a gravel wheel set. They have a 650B version, and that weighed in at about 1,500 grams and only costs $700. And that's what I've been recommending so far when I do my bike consultations, with the caveat that I haven't tried them myself, but for the money and the specs and the weight, they seem like a pretty good value. If you guys know of any other wheel sets that kind of fit this criteria of being alloy, 650B, and 1,500 grams or less, let me know in the comments below. So those are my 3 suggestions for what you should upgrade first on your bicycle. Did I get it right? Did I get it wrong? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this content, consider joining us in our Patreon community. Super fun, exclusive access, great deals. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and keep the supple side down.